for Mary.
Right, the two top teams on the beach, capacity crowd. Time now for Nautica navigate the match. Let's start with Phil Dalhausser, Todd Rogers, Karch.
Well, number one, the few times they've gotten in trouble this season, they've had trouble hitting the bullseye. When the serve comes over, they have to make that pass go to the right spot, make the set go to the right spot for Rogers, who can then do what else is key, milk the line. He has a great soft line shot that goes very sharply down. On the other side of the net for Lambert and Metzger, they have to handle the heat. Phil Dalhausser has really improved his jump serving over the course of this season. Watch him to hit them hard. They've got to handle that. And, of course, Stein Metzger has to get over or around that big wall that Dalhausser puts up. 6'9", one of the two best blockers on the beach.
All right, let's take a look at a closer look at these two teams. Of course, Mike Lambert, a two-time indoor Olympian. He's 32 years old. Played with Karch last year till Karch got hurt and then picked up John Hyden. He's a terrific blocker. He was the 2004 AVP Most Valuable Player. And his partner is Stein Metzger, who played with Jake Gibb last year, who was the reigning MVP, who won the MVP award. Stein Metzger making a shift. 9 of the top 10 teams on the AVP Tour changing partners. Stein Metzger going with Lambert. Boyhood chums, Karch, who know each other very well.
Yes, they started talking about it only kind of jokingly. Early in high school, they would go down to the baby court at Outrigger Canoe Club and pretend they were St. John Smith or Kent Steffes.
So Mike Lambert and Stein Metzger in the red trunks. Phil Dalhausser and Todd Rogers in the blue. You're looking at Phil Dalhausser, the breakout star in the AVP Tour this year. 6'9", 210 pounds. The top blocker on the tour and one of the best servers also, Karch.
Well, yeah, like I said, he's really improved his serving over the course of this year, and as has Mike Lambert, and we saw him already try to hit one really hard. It puts the opponents on the defensive right from the start.
Dalhausser was born in Switzerland. Father German, mother Swiss. He lived there for 1 year, didn't play volleyball until he was a senior in high school. Parents kind of discouraged him from playing volleyball, thought he should get out and get a job. Well, he has turned into one of the great players on the AVP Tour. Already won 5 tournaments this year. As Mike Dodd said, 5 for 5. He's the leading blocker, leading in kill percentage. He is a man to be reckoned with. You'll see why somewhere in this match. The tip shot over the top by Stein Metzger. Now Dalhausser, of course, playing with Todd Rogers. Todd Rogers, 32 years old, considered the best defender on the beach. He's has 17 career wins. He's tied with legendary Bernie Holtzman and the Brazilian Franco Neto for 24th. And Todd Rogers can really go. This is Rogers. Stein with a dig. And Dalhausser poking it out of bounds. So a good look at Rogers. His first win came in 1998. Longtime partner of Dax Holdren. And just missed qualifying for the 2004 Olympics with Sean Scott. He was the third-ranked American team. And Rogers taps it on the line.
And Rogers was just reminding me today, the very first time he ever played an AVP event was in 1996, right after the Olympics. Their first round opponent, Kent Steffes and me. And he and Dax Holdren were playing great. Stayed with us till 6-6, and then the afterburners came on, they lost.
Underway in the men's championship final. Stay with us.
Sand, cool shoe, Crocs, the official footwear of the AVP. Available at Dillard's.
Hey man, I need your half of the cable bill. I'll come back. Me and Zagar were set up to be roommates through potluck. Dude, I got pizza.
Zagar, what are you doing?
I'll tell you, that guy's full of surprises. But he's worked out as a roommate for one reason. We both love Bud Light.
Refreshingly smooth Bud Light. Always worth it.
Zagar, where's Chester?
On a lonely stretch of road, one man will meet a girl.
I'll get it.
Who will change his life forever.
Give me your head!
Now, as he follows every clue,
The little girl is alive.
all roads lead to
Wicker Man.
Who's the Wicker Man?
He's been expecting you.
Nicolas Cage, The Wicker Man. Rated PG-13. Starts Friday, September 1st.
A new breed of poker has arrived.
This dome behind us is the most state-of-the-art poker table.
MansionPoker.net and FSN put a new spin on tournament play.
You can almost see their heart through their shirt.
Every week, the tension mounts
It's do or die, basically, on this hand.
until the final table comes together and a champion emerges. MansionPoker.net presents the Poker Dome Challenge tonight on FSN.
AVP Crocs Tour McDonald's Chicago Open on FSN is brought to you by Crocs, nowhere close to normal. By Bud Light, refreshingly smooth Bud Light, always worth it. By McDonald's, and by Nautica. Nautica, navigate life. Welcome back to the 2006 AVP Crocs Tour Chicago Open. The men's finals taking place on center court.
And Dalhausser gets his first block. Interesting, Dalhausser and Rogers seeded second, but they've won the most tournaments. Metzger and Lambert by a quirk seeded first. They've won 3 less tournaments.
Absolutely, but the reason they have won those 5 tournaments, we are seeing it right here. Dalhausser penetrates the net so well. A good blocker wants to reach across that net, get his hands as close to the hitter as possible, took Metzger's line away perfectly.
These two teams have played 5 times this year. And Dalhausser and Rogers lead the series 3 matches to 2.
But amazingly, the 2 best teams on the AVP Tour and in the previous 9 matches only met once in the final in Hermosa Beach. Great final, expect one here too.
Stein Metzger with the serve. And Lambert stuffs Dalhausser.
And we heard Coach Jeff Alzina talking about it in the last break, the side change break, that if Rogers is siding out well, don't hesitate. They both talked about it. Don't hesitate about going to the big guy, Dalhausser, because Lambert is one of the few guys who can block him effectively.
Short serve to Dalhausser. Last year, Dalhausser played most of the season with Nick Lucina, their team from Florida, and they shocked everybody by winning a tournament. And this year, paired with Todd Rogers, they have become a force. Double contact called on Mike Lambert. Reliable setter is Lambert. He's got a great pair of hands, as you know, Karch, playing with him most of last season. A very reliable setter.
Absolutely, and he comes in really wanting to make a strong statement in Chicago for a number of reasons. They've only won 2 tournaments, but they've made the Final Four every time.
And the ball is blocked by Stein Metzger. Metzger gets a point for his team, and now it is 7-6, and now 7-7. Of course, point per play scoring involved. 7-7 our score here in Chicago. Phil Dalhausser at 26 years old, set to serve it up. Went to college at Central Florida. And played on a club team there. They didn't have a recognized NCAA team. And a beautiful dig by Rogers, up 50 feet. Metzger's got it. Lambert, tomahawk, yes.
one thing you have to play Mike Lambert for more is the shot. It's so hard to control the heat that he delivers, but Rogers comes up with a rare dig. But Lambert saves it with what we call a soft block in volleyball, and that's a block that goes up but stays on your side of the net. Metzger puts him close and he puts it away.
Metzger with a short serve. And straight down goes Dalhausser. Is that part of the strategy for Metzger and Lambert, serve him short?
Absolutely. They want to serve both guys short, but especially Dalhausser, and make his runway, his run up to the ball shorter, hoping he won't get as big a jump and as effective a hit.
Todd Rogers, jump floater, over to Lambert. And Lambert smacks it home.
Interesting, both teams have decided early to switch and serve the two big guys who are almost the tour leaders in offensive categories. But Rogers and Metzger have been so good over the course of this summer that neither team's hesitating on going after the bigger offensive players.
9-8, Metzger and Lambert on top. Game one, best 2 out of 3. And Lambert puts it away. Another one of those soft blocks that Karch talks about.
And the important thing there is that Stein Metzger, after he gave Lambert the good set, he told him one up, and gave him the open spot, called the angle. And Lambert smartly, instead of crushing that ball, he would have gotten blocked, hits it softly over Dalhausser into the corner.
10-8 now. Lambert and Metzger wins in Sacramento and Atlanta. A couple of wins, a couple of seconds. They finished third 6 times. And then they got a third in the international tournament in Switzerland. Did not play well there. And Rogers taps it down.
And Metzger has talked about that. It's kind of a battle for them. They're really happy at being so consistent and making the semifinals every time, guaranteeing themselves at least a 3rd place finish. But they, of course, want to be in more finals and win more tournaments because they're putting themselves in such a good position to do so.
The 10th tournament of the year. They've had 10 Final Fours, and Metzger and Lambert have been in all of them. Dalhausser, big serve, Lambert on top of it. And Lambert smokes one through. Great battle today. 6-9 Dalhausser and 6-7 Lambert. This is game 1 of the men's championship final. And Dalhausser over the top.
The reason that's so hard to stop is if you go over there, you leave the whole rest of the court open to try to stop that one sharp angle shot.
Got a good one going. Mike Lambert and Stein Metzger 11. Phil Dalhausser and Todd Rogers have 10.
Sometimes you just want a little something to hit the spot. So get the new snack wrap at McDonald's. Tender and juicy premium chicken breast, cheddar jack cheese, and zesty ranch sauce, all wrapped in a soft flour tortilla. And at a price that rocks so I can eat up anytime.
Katrina's path of destruction. Left behind by Hurricane Katrina.
You know, these people kind of lost everything that they had, and they're worrying about LSU.
The story of a team.
We came together and became one, you know, a family.
That played for something much bigger than themselves. Eye of the Storm, an FSN special event, premieres September.
This fabulous free bed, our world-famous Craftmatic 3 adjustable bed with free heat and soothing massage, could be yours absolutely free. Simply call 1-800-497-7744 for your free color catalog and enter our adjustable bed sweepstakes. There's no cost or obligation. This fabulous free bed could be yours, but you must make that free call now. Call 1-800-497-7744. That's 1-800-497-7744. Call now.
Don't miss the sizzling savings on Comcast high-speed internet now with Power Boost. Get 6 megs of pure broadband power for only $24.99 a month, guaranteed until 2007. And ask how you can get free installation. Call 1-866-GO-CABLE. Download large files in a flash. Play video clips in real time. Surf the web on your terms. Get Comcast high-speed internet for only $24.99 a month until 2007. Call 1-866-GO-CABLE today.
You're watching FSN.
Welcome back to Chicago's North Shore for the AVP Crocs Tour Chicago Open. Mike Dodd along with Chris Marlowe, Karch Karai, and Heather Cox. Let's pick up the action a little later in game 1.
Here comes Rogers, and Rogers puts it away. Rogers is listed at 6'2", but a good jumper, born in Santa Barbara, California. Family now lives in Solvang, that's up north.
And both Lambert and Metzger talk about what a great crisp arm swing he has and how difficult it is to read it. Until the last second, he can hit any shot.
2-point lead, Metzger-Lambert. A beautiful spike by Metzger, and Dalhausser can't get there. So Lambert and Metzger playing with a lot of confidence right now. I think everybody thought that they would be a great team together. I asked Stein Metzger, why did you pick up Lambert and dump Gibb? And he says, well, thinking about the Olympics. And I thought Lambert would be a little bit better player than Jake Gibb for me.
And the other thing is they had been talking about it so long, childhood friends, high school teammates.
Yeah, bros. 17-14 now. Another great dig by Metzger. Dalhausser at the net, look out. Lambert on the run. And Dalhausser hit it out. And Metzger is furious at the first referee, John King. I don't know what he's barking about.
Well, what he was barking about is he thought that Dalhausser touched that ball as it was coming over the net. Dalhausser said, no, I didn't touch it at all, so there was nothing to argue about. That's the play right there. He thought Dalhausser touched that. One of the things that Dalhausser and Rogers talked about early in the season was we've got to keep Phil out of Philville, or going into the Phil zone where he makes an uncharacteristic, unforced error. That's one of those right there, hitting an easy ball out of bounds deep.
Sets back a little bit, and Rogers guides it out of bounds. So Metzger and Lambert dominating here in game 1. Metzger, did he get that out of the sand? Apparently not.
He called a lift on Lambert on that one. But you could see Rogers wasn't even sure if that set was going to get called. He barely took a jump from it toward it to attack that ball and hit a soft cut shot. Lambert wasn't able to make a play on Metzger's up.
I mean, I thought it was coming through too.
Pretty good scramble play. So Metzger's was okay there.
Looked good to me.
Metzger up. A little shoveling. That looked like a pretty good play by Lambert too, didn't you think? Did
to
you
me, it looked like
hand?
he had an open hand, and you can't play the ball underhand with an open hand like that off the fingertips.
19-15. Metzger and Rogers by 4. Well, Metzger and Lambert by 4, I should say, and the resulting service error. So now make it 20-15. So game point for Lambert and Metzger. They lead it 20-15. In essence, they'll have 5 game points. Lambert serving it up, trying to secure game 1. This could be it. Lambert for the win. Just out of bounds.